Chill Out Records.
What's up, my people? I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. I'm your host, SG. Welcome to Chill Out Records. We have hit 175 subs, man. 175 freaking subs, man. I just want to salute each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot to me. And here we are. It's a Saturday, my dudes. Let's get started. So today I was like, I want to switch the topic up a little bit, keep it kind of fresh a little bit. I wanted to talk about AI because I was having a conversation with Sab the other day, a couple of sessions ago, and I asked her, like, do you know what Chat GPT is and what OpenAI is? And she was like, I don't know. And I have it on, I have a video evidence, so we'll play that video as well. I was also talking to Rispa. Shout out to Rispa. I hope you're doing well. And I asked her, like, hey, do you know what AI is? And literally her words were, are you talking about artificial insemination? Where are the whips? Where are the whips for Whisper? Huh? She was like, artificial insemination? Is that what you want to talk about? I was like, that's not what I want to talk about. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. So, Rispa, here are your whips. Okay. All right, let's get started. So let me get my notes here, and we can get started. Let me just double check that the live chats are working. This is a test live chat. Just to make sure that we are here. All right, cool, perfect. So let's get started. So Rispa is like, yeah, AI stands for artificial insemination, but that's not what we're going to talk about. So the couple of things that I want to mention here is I'm going to walk you guys through the different technologies and what AI is doing for us today and how it is a risk for your job. And a lot of you have already heard about it. You've seen a lot of things on the internet and on social media about what AI could do for us and all the amazing things that it could do and make our lives easier. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how these big tech giants are using AI to make our lives easier. Well, so they say, and I'll give you guys examples and walk you guys through everything. So we'll talk about Google Photo Magic Editor. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain that. I'll talk about the Google Email Writer and Summarization. All right. So how your emails are just being automatically created for you. You just prompt it and it tells you. So I'll break it down and I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll talk a little bit about code completion and GitHub Copilot. If you guys have not heard about this is now obviously for the developers, but I'm not going to go into like a lot of in-depth about it, but I'll just give you like a general overview of what it is. I'll talk a little bit about blockchain and crypto and all that kind of stuff, and and how it might be taking over the banks and stuff. I'll talk a little bit about Boston Dynamics, AI talking robots and sex dolls. So I'll also be talking about that. And then I'll mention a little bit about quantum computing and what it's all about and what the hype is all about it, around it, and what it is and what it means. And then I'll just give you guys my final conclusion of what it means for content creators, what it means for people who generate music videos, and even in the corn industry. Corn with a P. I will explain what AI is doing for us in all these different fields. So let's get started. And so this was the video. So let's watch a few videos here, and then I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, here we are. So this is the first one, obviously, where Sab is like, I was explaining to her, doesn't need the internet. You give it. So let me put this video here and let me share my screen, obviously, so we can get started. So check this out. So here I was talking to Sab and asking her about some criteria or some requirements, and it just spits out whatever information you need. And people, even the kids these days, are using, you've heard of Chat GPT, right?
No, I haven't.
Ah, no, you haven't. So this is for you for not keeping yourself up to date in what the latest trends are in technology. Because one of these days you'll just wake up. So here's the whip. And I'm pretty sure Saima and the rest of the gang are not fully aware of what and how fast technology is advancing. And one day you'll just wake up and realize, holy crap, I'm so behind, I'm so old, and what the hell, the world has left me. And some of these concepts, I even talk to my mom about these. I even I try to bring her up to speed, but she's completely in her own world and her own bubble. But obviously, because she's in a different generation. But the speed at which these things are progressing, I feel that if you're not up to date and you still want to be relevant in the job market today, I was wearing this same shirt, I didn't even notice that. You need to keep yourself up to date, otherwise you're dead. You will be replaced like this. Okay, so let's start off with what ChatGPT is. Okay, so check this out. So I'm going to show you guys this thing. So ChatGPT is OpenAI's most advanced system, producing safer and more useful responses. So basically, what kids used to do. First of all, let's start off by this thing was released to the public on in November last year. Okay, so it's like you would say I think around 8 months old. 8 months. This platform is 8 months old. Okay, OpenAI, ChatGPT is 8 months old, and basically what it does is you give it a prompt, you ask it a question, write for me an essay or explain to me summarize this story. So look at this example over here. Explain the plot of Cinderella in a sentence where each word has to begin with the next letter in the alphabet from A to Z without repeating any letters. And it just gives you an output over here. A beautiful Cinderella dwelling eagerly into finally gains happiness, inspiring. So all like it does all the thinking for you. You give it some prompts and it goes and uses its algorithm to find out how to generate an essay or a response or a sentence for you or summarize something for you. So this is basically what ChatGPT is. In the 8 months that it has been running and open for use, it has gotten over 100 million users already. More than 100 million users. Imagine all the kids, Saima, the kids that we were talking about the other day, getting access to the internet and doing their assignments online. They are creating accounts on ChatGPT and telling ChatGPT to do their assignment for them. That's basically what ChatGPT is all about. I'm going to get to the conclusion. Let me not jump. Let me not jump here. Um, so so check this out. I'm not going to share this video. I'll share this video towards the end as the conclusion. So this is basically what AI is doing for us. Right. Check this other thing out. Okay. This is Magic Editor in Google Photos, the new AI editing features for reimagining your photos, basically. Okay, so what is this thing doing? Okay, it's saying it's using AI to allow you to crop your image and modify it. Look at that. You can literally just drag and drop image. You can literally just alter your image to the way you want it to look like. Imagine this is a memory that you've captured in the moment, but now with the AI editing tools, Google, and this is inbuilt within Google Photos, which is already on anyone who's using an Android phone. If you've got Android, I think 12 and above, and especially this is going to be released to all Pixel devices. So if you've got Google Pixel phones, you've already got this feature in there. Basically, you can just edit your photos. You can just clean up things. You can remove things that you don't want. Look at those polls that got just deleted from the background. You can do all of these things. Look at that. You can literally move images anywhere and place them anywhere, and it will automatically regenerate content that's not even there. It will look at that. Like the person's extended that seat, and the AI has gone ahead and drawn and filled in the gap. Basically, look at that. And then you want to remove the clouds, you just select the sky, and just say remove the clouds, or make it more sunny or whatever. Like you can reshape images completely with a touch of a button, and all the processing and everything is happening in the cloud. And I remember a time when we would have people who would edit images for us. They were like, oh, I'm such a pro at Photoshop, I'm so good at editing pictures and stuff. And that was a skill. And those people who had those jobs, and their jobs was just to manipulate images and to based on the customer requirements or the business requirements. What's going to happen to these people, right? What's going to happen to them? Are they going to, this is a massive disruption, because if an employer, if I'm an employer and I'm looking for someone to generate posters and banners and logos for my company, I'm going to hire someone who knows how to use this tool, right? Who knows how to use AI and take advantage of AI to create what I need for my company. And I'd hire them in a heartbeat because they can do it more efficiently. It's more about working smart rather than working hard, right? So if you're not up to date and understanding that this is where we're going in the future, you will be left behind. One day you'll wake up and and jobs are just going to be, people are just going to be losing their jobs left, right, and center. We're already kind of seeing it, but in small doses. I don't know if you guys heard about the massive layoffs at Twitter, at Facebook, Meta, Google as well have let go of thousands, and they say, oh, it's just a small percentage of our, but the number of employees that they have are so big, and they say that they've let go of these employees. Why? Maybe because they're not using the tools, the more advanced tools, the AI tools, basically, to do their work more efficiently and effectively. And companies don't really give a shit about how hard you've worked or how many hours you've spent on something. And they just look at the efficiency and the final product. No one really gives a crap about the process. They just want to see the end result. And the faster that you as an employee can show your employer the end result, that's all it's all about, because it's all about saving money, being efficient, right? And meeting the deadlines or meeting the requirements. That's all it's always been about. And that's why we have AI. And AI is here to stay. People say, oh no, they'll maybe dumb it down, and there have been some people saying that they'll dumb it down or whatever. But I kind of still feel like it's here to stay. It's going to be here. This is the future. It's like back in the days when people used to use steam engines, and cars and vehicles used to be, or machinery used to be run on steam engines, and then combustion engines came along with fuel and all that kind of stuff. And companies just started hiring engineers and mechanical engineers that could work with fuel and those combustion type of engines, and they just left steam engines behind. And if you in that generation were someone who had the knowledge of building a steam engine, you were completely obsolete and you wouldn't get a job in that market. And it's the same thing today. So if you're a designer, if you are a developer, if you are anyone that does work online, you are not incorporating AI in your process, basically in creating content or building something, you will be phased out like this. And I can already name a couple of content creators today on YouTube that will be irrelevant in a couple of years' time. Andrew Kibe is definitely one of them. If that old man does not, Andrew Kibe, if you're listening to this, if you're not going to keep yourself up to date with AI and how content creation has been automated today, you will be phased out like this within a couple of years. Years, I'm talking maybe months, possibly, because the speed at which ChatGPT has gotten over 100 million users in 8 months. This thing is growing exponentially. It's not going anywhere. AI is here to stay. It is the new technology, and you need to wake the fuck up. So whips for you, Kibe, because if you think that you can just be here showing us your face and creating content and talking to us like this. And even me, it's the same thing. Even me. I feel like the market today and everything that is going to be created in the future from today onwards and into the future is just going to be automatically generated, and then possibly even AI generated. So automatically generated is different than AI generated. Obviously, automatically means maybe you've created a process that goes and does something for you, but you've already you've already laid out the steps on how it's supposed to be done. But AI generated, this is something like letting the algorithm or the computer think for you to do something for you, and you just need to press one button. Yeah, so that's basically where we're going. Okay, so we've talked about photo magic editor. That's what they're calling a photo magic editor. Okay, let me give you another example. All right, look at this image creation with Canva. Even Canva is incorporating AI image editing. So you guys already know the thumbnails that I already create my thumbnails using Canva. So let me give you a perfect example over here. Like, look at this picture over here, right? We've got me, we've got Sab over here, all of this now. Now, I could literally just come over here and let's say I select Sab's image and I say I want to do a magic edit. And maybe I highlight her eyes over here, and then I just say that I want, I don't know, blue eyes or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna, just say this is what I want, and the AI will go and do some, what? She's turned it into a cyclops. Look at that. There you go. You've got blue eyes. This is a bit too extreme, but look at that. Now Sab has blue eyes, just like that. Just like that. And all I had to do was put in the prompt, hey, can you give me blue eyes? I can do the same for Sima here. Look at this. I can literally just come in here and edit, and then I just zoom in here. And I can highlight Sima's eyes, and then I just say that I want her eyes closed. I just say closed eyes. Literally, I'm literally just typing in what I want, and then it's going and creating. It's going and generating, the different. Oh my God, what the hell is that? What in the abomination is that? Look at that, closed eyes. And yeah, can you see how quick and easy that was? I don't need to give my image to, a guy who's very good at Photoshop and editing skills and blending images anymore. This is just the beginning, guys. If you guys, if you think you're finding this like interesting or new or whatever, you guys need to wake the fuck up, man. You guys need to wake the future is now, old man. Okay. So this is the world that we're living in. Look at that. So I've literally just within how long did this take? How long did this take? I just gave Sab blue eyes, and Sima, I just closed her eyes. How long did that take? You've seen the thumbnail for this video. I used this same tool to generate that woman in a blue suit, a purple suit, or whatever. It's just and that was just using my picture. Now, these are images that are used. These are tools that are used. This is AI that's using the existing image and then working around it. There are also tools that are completely generating from scratch. You just describe what you want in the image, and it will create that image for you. That's how freaking mind-blowing this is. And people just think, oh yeah, it's a nice, cool, funny thing. This is just the beginning, guys. Right now, it's got a couple of flaws. It messes up a couple of things here and there. It's not aligned that well. Just give this thing a few more years. Just give this tool a few more years. Trust me, guys, it will be almost indistinguishable from reality. And we will have content and videos and music that we will be like, is this even generated by a normal, a real human being? Not a normal, a real human being. That's the question you need to ask yourself. Okay? All right. So we've done this. Let me just go and say done. And just like that, my image is ready to go. So this can be like the next thumbnail. Literally, this will be the next thumbnail. Okay, enough messing around. Okay. Let's look at the next thing here. So the Google email writer and summarization. So what is this? So let's look at this. Okay. So this is, what is this called? Duet AI in Google Workspace keeps you safe. I don't know what the hell. Okay, just whatever. So we're making workspaces even more helpful with Duet AI. So let me play this and mute the freaking audio because I don't want you to listen to some crappy music. And close the captions. So basically, what is this thing doing for us? Okay, just look at this. So you might ask, catch me up on this email conversation. Catch me up on this email conversation. You have emails back and forth between maybe you, your line manager, and someone else in the staff, and they're all emailing each other back and forth, and you have like a long freaking thread. Everyone's just back and forth emails, and everyone's just trying to, say their point and whatever. But today, what we can do is we can ask Google to go through all our emails in that conversation and just summarize it for us, basically. And it will just read up all your emails. And then it will just give you a conversation summary, just like that. Can you freaking see that? Look at this. Now it's like, okay, check this out. Write a brief based on these emails. So now it's also writing the email for you. So throw your vocabulary out the window, your knowledge of how you write the email, converse with anyone, just throw all of that information and experience out the window because the AI will do it for us, basically. So look at this, man. God damn. And you can even specify, be more whimsical or be more flamboyant or build a presentation about the campaign. Holy crap. So basically, yeah, that's it. So even your presentations now can be auto-generated. So this is the future, guys. This is where we're headed. Okay. So we've got automatic video, picture and video editing. We've got automatic email and text and essay writing tools. Now we've also got auto code completion tools. So me and other developers out there, I'm pretty sure you guys love to do your coding. You love to, look at a code and debug it and, write your piece, your own functions and everything. And, you like to do things in a certain way. But now GitHub released a Copilot, basically, and what they're doing, and it's a paid service. Today, it's a paid service. Just imagine if this service becomes free. But let me explain to you what exactly it does. So let me just open. I think there are some animations on their page, GitHub Copilot. Check this out. Oh yeah, of course there's a watch video. Of course there's a video. So let's see this video. Your AI pair programming. Explain this regex. So basically that's it. Help me debug this code. Help me write this function. Help me generate tests. Look at that. So basically it's going through your code base from your company and it's like, okay, let me see. This is what this function does. Oh, I can optimize this function, or I could write a better one for you, or I could give you different examples, and then you could just pick what you want. So your skill set of understanding how to write it from scratch is useless because you're wasting time. And me, if I was an employer and I was hiring developers, and I'd look at a developer and see, okay, who's able to fix the bugs faster? Who's able to debug this app for me and fix it faster? Is it the person who can, take their time, 5 days or a sprint to write down the code, and then they will write the tests, and then it'll take like a sprint, and then I'll have that bug fixed? Or do I hire this other guy who can just do it in like 2-3 minutes, right? Obviously, the guy is gonna, the employer, me as the employer, I'm gonna hire someone who's gonna do it more efficiently and effectively, because it's more about how can I make a profit? How can I, as an employer, make my business churn out different versions of the app, more what is it called, iterations of this app to the public in a faster pace, so that I can be up to speed with it. It's, things are just moving exponentially. And you, as a programmer, if you don't even know what this is, then I'm just going to give you some whips, because this is the future. One day you will wake up, and some people have said, yeah, it's not perfect. It's not able to exactly give you the right responses when you ask it to write something for you or build something for you. No, it's not able to do that for you. But this is just the beginning. And imagine this is a paid service. Imagine if this service became free and open for everyone to use. At some point it will be. There will be competitors that will come up to create the same, So this is the future. So it now, the question now becomes, okay, so we're not supposed to be developers, we're not supposed to be designers, we're not supposed to be content creators. What the hell are we supposed to be? What is the thing that I need to be in order to still stay relevant and not get fired, basically? So I think the answer to that question would, okay, obviously I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in my conclusion, but I feel like the questions, that these are the right questions first, because technology is here to stay. So you need to ask yourself, how can I be relevant today? And I think the answer is to embrace, to learn to use these tools. You don't like it? Well, it's not for you to say. Okay, this is what the market wants. This is what society wants. It is a simple equation of demand and supply. And if this is what the demand is, if fast creation of software and tools and video and content and all these things, if this is the speed, if this is what we want, if this is what the consumer wants, it is what companies will give them. And the person who can do it in the most effective, efficient, you've heard of the saying, work smart, don't work hard. And that is right here today. This is basically what it is. So guys, I think about people who are in their 40s that have reached out to me today and said, "Hey, man, I wish I learned how to be a programmer. I wish I learned how to be." But even that, if you're doing that now, you're already out. You're already outdated. Even that is going to be, by the time you learn how to be a programmer, that skill set might already be obsolete, if that even makes any sense, because we will have tools that will be writing the code for us. So it will be your job to be more innovative and learn how to use the tools to make it work for you rather than against you. So I feel like if you think you need to be a programmer today to make the money, by the time you finally become one, you will be obsolete. So yeah, that's how I kind of see it. It's always about learning to be up to date with the latest trend. That's what it all comes down to. Are you up to date with the latest trend? Yeah, that's basically it, guys. That's basically it. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about blockchain and what all this cryptocurrency nonsense is all about. Okay, well, what is all this cryptocurrency nonsense? And people are saying, "Oh, cryptocurrency," and in fact, people even heard about Bitcoin. By the time they heard about it, it was too late. It was already so inflated, and people started buying into it. But just because of the hype, they went and bought it and invested in Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. Well, if you were back in 2007 and it was almost worthless, and you bought it, I mean, you're a freaking millionaire today. But okay, let's not go into that. But the way I kind of see it as like even the way blockchain works now, whereby there's this whole systems of ledgers, and the ledgers are holding the transactions, and it's so safe and like super secure and all that kind of stuff, which makes sense. And I read a little bit about it. I'm not going to go into like a lot of details, but I read about it, and I feel like this is the new digital currency. It's very stable, very secure, and we feel like there are no transaction fees, and we're cutting out the middleman. So basically, we're cutting out the banks, because banks normally charge you transaction fees and ledger fees and all these other maintenance fees, and they charge you interest and all of that kind of stuff. And when you want to send money to someone, you need to know what vendor to use and merchant and all this nonsense. And then they just take like a small percentage of your transaction. But with digital currency, that is completely obsolete and completely irrelevant. And most people think that Bitcoin's the most expensive currency, but you're absolutely wrong. Today, Bitcoin is trading at £22,000. One Bitcoin is worth £22,000. But if you look at what is it called? Is it Maya something? I can't remember the name. Let me see if I can find it here. 1 second. Maya. I can't. It's MAYP. MAYP, one MAYP coin is worth £430,000. £430,000. So, yeah, I kind of feel like and now they're also talking about world coin and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like digital currency is going to be something that might completely replace, physical currency at some point. I don't know. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of big debates about it. I don't want to go into all that detail, but let's say hypothetically it is the future, and there you are with your physical currency under your mattress trying to save up for a house. In a couple of years, it will be worthless. It will be worthless, basically. And in fact, paper currency anyway is depreciating every time because of inflation. Every time things keep going up in price. So yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know, man. So are we going into a future where we don't have banks anymore, and everything is running on a blockchain, and our digital currency is all just running on a blockchain, and we're not using banks anymore, so we're eradicating bank fees and transact. So people who work at a bank are useless now, or what's going to happen, you know? Okay, so that's also something that you guys need to think about, and I've also just been trying to think about. Okay, now let's talk about Boston Dynamics. Okay, if you guys have not watched this video came out a couple of years ago, and this is not AI, guys. This is not AI. This is not like a computer graphics or something like that. If you think that this is like an animation or something, you are living in a delusion, because this is reality. This is an actual robot or robots that have been programmed to do this. Look at the way they're moving and doing all these things. I'm getting to my point. So just stay along here. Stay with me here for a second. Just look at the ability of their awareness, okay? Their agility. Look at that. I mean, this just blew my mind. And this is not, it's now that we're hearing about it, and it's just suddenly dawned on us like, holy crap, these guys have built something so amazing. But you just suddenly see it because it has trended and everyone starts talking about it all of a sudden. But these guys were there for years, and you could have seen the different robots that they had made in the beginning were crap. They were useless. They were not useless, but like they were just so in the beginning phases. Obviously, you don't have something that is amazing. It's going to be a crappy product. But look at where they are today. Okay, so this is the first technology that's coming up, first company that's coming up with this amazing technology of building robots that can just maneuver your environment. They're extremely stable. They can do all these stunts and lift things, and you can push them down and they'll wake up and everything. So there's that. Okay, then then we have this. Okay, now we have this.
Heard you can speak a lot of different languages. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. I can speak many languages including German, English, French, Japanese, Chinese, and much more.
Okay, so they've combined AI or whatever language model that they have over there with this robot that has facial expressions. Okay? I'm getting to the point. So, Boston Dynamics was working on robots that were stable and were able to maneuver the world. I can't remember where was this coming from. This is a mecha demo, uses GPT-3 for conversations and translations. I can't remember what the company is that that created this robot, basically. Okay, so they created this robot that can talk to you with facial expressions. Okay, so you can literally just see the way the eyes are moving.
Give me a tongue twister in Japanese, please, and say it twice.
What the freaking hell? Like the eyes are moving and blinking, and it can follow you around because it's got cameras and everything. Okay. Oh man, we are so dead. And then we have this. Okay, I need to be very careful when I open this one because this one's a bit of a crazy one. So this is another company, and their focus is on sex dolls. Okay, so let me just pause this in certain places because we might show too much. So I need to be a bit careful here. So 1 second here. I just need to make sure I'm not showing too much. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me show you guys this image. Okay, this is a doll, silicone doll. Now imagine a company that comes up that takes Boston Dynamics robots technology, combines it with the AI speaking and facial movement technology from this company, and then takes the silicone dolls, sex dolls basically, technology from this company, real dolls, and puts it all together. And basically we just have a real woman, basically. we have a robot woman that will basically be a wife to the men that have been rejected so many times and are living in isolation in their... I mean, we're already seeing there are stories about people who are buying these dolls and getting married to them and stuff. But imagine what the future holds. And I'm not making this stuff up, man, but I'm just saying, imagine this is basically what we're getting to, you know. So yeah, these are just some of my some of my points, man. Some of the things that I was just thinking about, and I was like, I need to talk about these. Someone needs to talk about them, and I find this extremely interesting. Okay, last point is quantum computing, but I'm not going to go into in depth. Obviously, some of you guys might have heard about what quantum computers are. If you haven't heard about it, then it's totally fine because you're obsolete, and I'm going to give you some whips.
Are you crazy? You're fucking paranoid. You are fucking.
How do you not know what a quantum computer is? You know, it's like It's like when the computer was initially invented, the first time, the vacuum tube computers that came out, or is it vacuum tube? I can't even remember. But when those computers came out and they started doing computation and doing arithmetic and all these other things for us, people didn't take that much interest in them because they were so big. Like the first computer was like the size of this room, like literally, and all they could do was just addition and subtraction and all these basic things. Quantum computers are now just like that, and they're using what is it called? They're working on they're using superposition and qubits and all this nonsense. I'm not going to go into like all this in depth, but basically a logical computer, that are the computers that we're using today, the one that I'm even using right now to stream, is a classical logical computer that uses binary ones and zeros. Supercomputers use qubits, and qubits can be in a superposition state. Basically, it could be a 1 or a 0, or it could be in between, and because of this, I'm really summarizing this, and obviously I could be wrong in some places, but it has this ability to perform massive amounts of computation at such lightning speeds, and it's much faster and more efficient than a logical computer. Well, not efficient, but faster. But the problem that we have now is that these quantum computers, because they're like a million times faster than a logical computer, like you give a logical computer a password to crack, and it will tell you to crack it in like 5 years or something. A quantum computer would crack it in like 3 minutes or something like that. So that's how powerful they are. But the quantum computers of today are so huge, they're the size of these rooms. I'm just imagining a future where a quantum computer would be the size of a freaking smartphone. Back then when the first logical computer came out, which was the size of a room, we would never imagine in a million years that we would have a logical computer in our phones. We would be literally, this is a very powerful processor with RAM and everything just in the palm of our hands, doing all these amazing things, and having all this computation just in the palm of our hands. Now imagine a quantum computer in the palm of your hands, and with all that power, including AI, and I can't even begin to imagine. It just blows my mind what the future holds for us. The scary thing is that it's happening so fast and exponentially that if we are not up to date with technology, we will one day wake up and realize how far behind we are. And we will just feel left out and not in the trend, I guess you can say. It's scary, but it's also exciting. But yeah. Okay, final conclusions. Okay, so content creation's out the window. Okay, we've got AI generated videos, music, and even corn. Okay, so even corn with the P is going to be automatically generated. So all these women who are on OnlyFans and all these other OnlyFools accounts, they're going to be losing their jobs for sure, because AI will just come in, and there will probably be a fat, hairy, bald dude, generating AI models. I'm pretty sure there are already so many of them on Instagram. I've seen some accounts run by men, and they just generate AI images of women, and these women don't even exist. There's multiple accounts on Instagram where of pictures of women that don't even exist. These are purely AI generated. The same thing with the corn industry, and then it's just going to be it's inevitable. This is where we're heading. I loved the way this guy talked about it really well. This is Charlie from his channel Penguin Zero. And Charlie really talked about it so well. I love the way he articulates his thoughts, and that's why he's got like a lot of subs.
Looks like I was right all along.
So he talks about this channel that now starts generating. Now, this was a channel just like my channel or any other channel where the person is physically present creating the content, And
There's once a massive channel pumping out tons of like Let's Play videos for Minecraft, GTA, and all of that. And then he made a hard pivot into AI. Just going full cannonball into the deep end of the pool of AI. In particular, AI-generated content.
so he's just switched over. He's got 15.1 million subscribers, and he just recently started. What's the name of the channel? Quable Cop or something. Quable Cop, whatever. Yes, that's the name. I've never watched any of his content. I think most of his content is just games and stuff, but he's physically there. But now he's going to be using AI to generate these, and I'm going to show you guys. Charlie had even shown some of the video. That, yeah, there you go. So that's what the video looks like. So I don't know if you guys can see it. So on the top right is an avatar. You can call it like an avatar or something of himself. And
At least for now. Eventually, they'll probably be able to just have the AI do so.
and 1 second, hold on. Let me see if there's a section where he actually talks. And
Today, Rob, I am stuck.
He is
on
not
one
here.
block.
This is
Can
all
we survive?
AI.
Watch until the end to find out. Oh my god, guys, it says break the block below you, but I can't.
imagine that avatar there is AI generated. It's talking based on what it sees. Mother freaking hell, man. So everything about this is just automatically generated. Not even automatic. It's computer generated. It's a computer has thought about it and well, thought, where you can say thought in quotes, and created this content for us to watch.
I'm
And
kind of.
all he had to do was just click one button and create it, and it's done. And obviously there was a catch over here. Towards the end, he says that, yeah, you can also do this with your YouTube channel, because I'm going to be providing this service to a lot of people. You just pay $100 a month, and you can also have your YouTube channel AI generated. Imagine my YouTube channel, they just scan my face and make an avatar out of it. So instead of this box over here where you're seeing my face, or this box over here where you're seeing my face, I just replace that with an avatar, and then my voice is pre-recorded, and then the AI takes my voice and then makes a model out of my voice and uses it then to just talk. And I don't need to write a script or anything. The AI will just do all the talking and based on a topic. And I'll just use ChatGPT. I'll just tell ChatGPT to write a small essay or a small short 10-minute video. And the AI will just read out that video with the avatar making all funny faces. I don't need to get up and take a shower and dress up and put my glasses on and set up the lights and nothing. I don't need to do any of this. Just press one button and it's all generated, and I can push out I can do like freaking 10 videos. I can do a video every day. I can do a video every freaking 10 minutes if I want it with AI, and I'd push all this content out to you guys and just freaking force it onto your faces. I don't know, man. Okay, one last video.
What country is the Queen of England from? Originally.
I definitely don't know.
No, give me.
Yeah, she doesn't know. And these are the kids that are going to be brought up in the future, because everything is being done by the AI for us. AI is doing all the thinking, the computers are doing all the thinking and the decision making for us. So we can use ChatGPT to do our assignments, we can use AI to create our content. We don't really need to use our brains to store anything. We just press a few buttons and ta-da! And then you end up with a woman like this.
Give me your best guess. I guess a
Well,
country.
not a woman, but just a kid. Let's just say kid, because there are also some dumb guys that came on this.
What is a country again?
What is a country again? I don't know if this is staged or if this is like real or whatever, but I don't know if this is like legit. If this is legit, then it's just sad. It's just sad, man. So, yeah. So, yes, it's interesting. It's exciting. The future is interesting, but at the same time, it's really scary. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned something. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. I hope I made sense. There was one. I'm going to do one more over here.
All the months.
September, January.
Oh, this was the best. This is the funniest. Check this out. So this guy just asks her a basic question. Just name the month. she starts with January.
Can you name all the months?
September, January, February, March, April, May, June.
Oh fuck! I can't make this shit up. I don't know if this is real or fake. I don't know, man. I'm done. I'm done, man. I'm done. Let's just call it a day. This has been an amazing session. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Those of you that were here, I really do appreciate it. 175 subs. Let's build this community. Let's talk about the important stuff. Let's try and freaking make a change. And I really appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Thank you so much for everything. See you guys in the next one.